Alright guys, let's go ahead and get right into it. We're gonna ignore this eye, kind of. It was a battle. It took me like half an hour just to do that eye, which is stupid because this is such an easy look, it's not even funny. It's just been one of those days where my makeup doesn't cooperate with me, but say a prayer to the makeup gods, we're gonna make this work. I'm gonna be using mostly the Sephora Pantone Universe Facets of Marsala palette from last year. This isn't available anymore, but I asked in one of my palette collection videos if you guys wanted to see more looks with this palette, and you guys seemed to be really receptive to that, so I'm going to be using a bunch of shades from here. Don't worry, all of them are like stupid dupeable. And also a shade from the Tartelette in Bloom palette. Things I've already done. Prime, brows, you know the drill. Her eyebrows, Rhianna's eyebrows are really thin and straight. I do not have thin eyebrows, nor would I be able to create the illusion of having thin eyebrows, so I just filled mine in a little on the straighter side. Step one, Sonia Kashuk 109. I've already put a base shadow from my crease up to my brow bone just to make blending a little bit easier, and I'm gonna take Smarty Pants, which is this shade right here. It's a nice kind of on the warm side brown, and I'm going to use this as kind of a transition shade just to get things moving. And this is going to be blended up pretty high because even when she's looking straight on into the camera, you can still see a little bit of that warm brown there. So then I'm going to take this e.l.f. Little teeny tiny baby crease brush, which I absolutely love because I have small eyes. It's like my BFF. And I am gonna take, what did I do? I'm gonna take Hot Chocolate, this one. It's basically just a deep warm brown. And I'm gonna put that just in the crease proper. And we're not gonna do an outer V because her lid color is visible all the way back. It's gonna be a really good shade for women of color as well because it is stupid pigmented, so we're just gonna place that and then use our 109 to softly blend it up. Sorry if I get any of the eyeshadow names wrong on this, but they're on the back and it's hard for me to kind of discern which block is what color. But yeah, I've been getting a lot of requests for tutorials lately that are more friendly for women of color, and boo-boo, of course I got you. Just because I am a pasty white person does not mean that this will not work for women of color. You may have to change up some of the shades. Like obviously my transition shade might be a little bit too light for a woman of color, but if it is, just go with something darker in the same color family. No problem. So now for the lids. Initially I thought it was more of a yellowy gold, but the more I looked at the reference photos I was looking at, the more warm the gold seemed. And that could just be the lighting. The lighting in this first music video is just like, when it comes to makeup artistry anyway, it's terrible because you know, all the lighting was really warm. I had no idea what was going on with her eye makeup because I couldn't see the true color because everything was kind of washed in this warm orangey light. But that's okay because we're gonna do our best. And I am going to mix these shades Desert Mist and Butter Rum, which are these two goldeny shades right here. But I'm just gonna pack this on the lid and we want maximum shimmer impact. So shimmer is packed like hell on the lid. If it drops into your inner corner a little bit, don't even worry, it's just a gift. She was wearing glitter. Now, a lot of the tutorials for this look I've seen on YouTube don't use glitter, and I am certain, like 100% certain that she was wearing glitter. I don't have a glitter that's quite the color she was using. It was like a warm gold, same kind of undertones as these, but I do have a little bit of a yellowy gold glitter that's just kind of barely packed on this glitter applicator from e.l.f. And I'm just gonna use whatever is left over on there because there wasn't a lot of glitter. It wasn't all over the lid. You could just barely see kind of flecks of it peeking through when her eyes hit the light. So now for definition on the top lash line. I'm going back into my Tartelette in Bloom palette and I'm gonna take Activist, which is this shade right here. It's like a deep neutral brown, and we're just gonna use this to barely line just above the lashes and make a little wing angling outward, but nothing too big. For lashes, her lashes were long and thick, but mostly thick at the base, and they had a lot of like wispy kind of lashes coming up. Ardell Wispies would work great for this, but all of mine are in my kit and I don't want to use them on myself, so I'm going to use the Demi Wispies that kind of flare out at the edges because her eyes are very lifted, so I want to lift my eye as well. I usually do mascara before lashes. I forgot to do that this time because I'm always doing things out of order right through here, so I'm just going to lift my eye and just try to get the mascara only on my real lashes. And there you go, lashes are done. Now for the lower lash line. Lower lash line and waterline is real simple. We're gonna take a black liner, which this one is like coming out of its thing, but it's what I could find. This is the Urban Decay Pencil in Perversion. And I'm just gonna smoosh that on my waterline. And because I couldn't really see her lower lash line that much, but I could tell that there was definitely some smokiness down there. So I'm gonna go back into the Tartelette in Bloom palette, and I'm gonna take that brown shade Activist right there and an angled brush, tap it off, and I'm just gonna start from the outside and slowly work my way inward, keeping really close to the eyelashes. So there you go, just make sure your crease is nice and blended and your lid is still punched up and strong, and that is your eye look. So I have to go and film another video. I'm doing a first impression on a different foundation, so I'm gonna do that and I will be right back to do the lips. Welcome back, guys. I'm back and I am flawless. Basically, rundown of stuff I used. I'm doing a first impression right now on some Eve Pearl products. So I have the Eve Pearl 4060 Dual Foundation and the Eve Pearl Salmon Concealer. I have both of those on, just testing them out right now. Haven't quite developed my thoughts. For bronzing, contour, and a little matte highlight, I did, of course, my Lunatick Labs contour palette. If you buy nothing else on recommendation from me, just get this. You will love it. So I used the kind of gray-brown contours just to carve out my cheeks a small bit. She didn't look like she was too sculpted, but I don't have Rhianna's face, so I felt the need to add a little bit of sculpting, a little bit of a matte highlight from that palette, and then for the glow, which she had a little bit of glow that I could see. It wasn't like a ton, like super strobed, but she had some glow going on. I used the Becca Shimmering Skin Perfector in Moonstone. I love the finish this gives. It's very like, you know, I've been dancing and sweating, but I'm like sexy sweaty, like, because what is glowing skin but sexy sweaty? But now for the lip, the pièce de résistance, the part of this look that really makes it unique. Because the eyes, you know, they're all right, but they're very simple, very easy to do. The lip was the statement, and she has this like green, it was almost, you know, the makeup look was almost a play on Caribbean colors. So you've got this warm gold and then this pop of like a green that is vibrant but has a mutedness to it and has a little bit of a metallic moment. Like, good Lord, I don't know exactly what they used because magicians never reveal their secrets, but I'm gonna try and make it myself. So I am first going to put on the Jeffree Star Velour Liquid Lipstick in the shade Mistletoe. This is the closest green I could find in my collection to the one they used. If you don't have this, because I know it was limited edition, don't sweat it. Just use whatever true green you might have in your collection. While this is still kind of wet, I'm gonna go back in, where did I put it? I'm gonna go in with my NYX Retractable Lip Liner in black, and I'm just gonna lightly deepen up the outside. And I'm gonna sort of kind of draw it around the outside, just to give that three-dimensional effect. Because her green was a little bit darker than Mistletoe. Blend that in with your lips as best you can, but feel free to pop in a finger. So then to add that metallic edge, that pop of metallic green, I'm going to dip into the Vida Loca Remix palette and take Lemmy, which is this delicious metallic green, and I'm just going to take this with my finger and pat it on. Now if you have dry lips like I do, this is going to make your lips look creepy as hell. But right now I'm just focusing on mimicking the look. So you can skip this step if you want, or do it and really focus on hydrating your lips beforehand. There's the metallic sheen on. You can see it's very subtle. It's just barely there. If you wanted it to be even more subtle, just pop the metallic in the center of the lip. It's not going to change the lip color at all. It's just going to add that metallic sheen, that shininess. So now I'm just going to take my foundation brush with whatever product is left on it, and I'm going to clean up my lines here. And there you go, guys. Finish off with setting spray, and this is the finished look, inspired by Rihanna's Work music video. I'm digging how this came out. I wasn't too sure about it at first, but I really like it. I'm loving the kind of bronzy skin with the gold in the eyes and this pop of green on the lips. It's so nice, it's so cool, and you know, Rihanna gotta be cutting edge. She's gotta be like on the cusp of trends, so I could see this making a green lip a thing. So, without further ado, let's do some awkward posing. Awkward posing, looking down, looking forward, looking fierce. I want to thank you guys so much for watching and joining me today. I hope you found this tutorial helpful. If you do duplicate this tutorial, I hope you do. If any of you try this tutorial out, tag me on Facebook, #FacesByFaithGrenade, so I can see it and like it and double tap that ish and leave you a comment, because I love it when people try to mimic my tutorials, and if I can help them to duplicate this look, that's absolutely awesome. Don't forget to follow me on Instagram @FaithGrenade. I also have a Facebook page, a makeup artistry Facebook page, a Snapchat, Twitter. They're all gonna be down below. I'll leave all relevant links as well as a list of products I used down below. If you found this video helpful, informative, or just plain entertaining, there's a button for that. Spank that like button in the butt, you know it deserves it. And if you wanna see more from me, subscribe and become a member of the Faithful today. I put up new videos every Sunday. Also, if you really love me and want to throw me a little something, link to the Patreon's in the description. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you guys in the next video. Bye!